the third study here is marked allegretto. Allegretto to me sounds like this is what it is, allegro, but in a kind of more feminine form, right? It's more, it's basically a little slower, more gentler, and mostly with those indications at the beginning. It's not just tempo indications; it's also character indication. So allegretto will be a little more gentle than, let's say, if we do, something like that, right? So if we try to be, so on and so forth, a little more gentle in the approach. So with this study, really, it can be done in both two ways. For example, you can do A and P and IM, like that, or you can do P and M and PI. I use the M and PI approach. I find it easier when I do when the bass line goes lower. So instead of having to, obviously you have to use the P later on the second system towards the end and even later in the study. So sticking to the P, dealing with the bass line, I found it to be much easier. So in this piece, it's nice to explore the possibility of playing the note values exactly as written. So instead of doing kind of letting those eighth notes overlap under the melody and connect to the next ones, it'd be nice to just let the melody ring and letting the eighth notes play just as eighth notes. There feels this kind of tiptoey character to the piece, and really fits this allegretto mood, as you will hear in the performance of this study. So, in the beginning of it, I've noticed in my edition, the older one, there's no repeat after the second system. So it would, if you do have the older edition, or in the new edition, if there's no repeat, I would suggest to repeat that section. So just place a repeat sign there, and try to think of it as like, as you see, it's 4 measure phrase, correct, and then another 4 measures, and then you have that first section. So if you use rubato to your advantage here, it will sound gentler again, right? Instead of doing, just kind of keep going, right? So try to do this right at the middle of the first phrase. You can just slow down and then pick up again from there. So the way I try to explain rubato to students sometimes is like, imagine you're on a roller coaster, right? And the cart is going up, and slowly it starts slowing down, right? It does not slow down all of a sudden. So slow down slowly, reaches to a point of almost no movement, right, at the top, and then accelerates gradually and it goes on its track. So in rubato, it's really exactly like that. Any fine rubato, well-trained musician, or even an orchestra, especially in orchestras, and with violinists, pianists, all the rubato is done in a very kind of smooth way, right? If you've been with a driver who puts the brakes a lot and does not provide a smooth ride, that's how bad rubato is, really. Is one that jittery and does not have smoothness in it. So try as much as possible to practice that. So for example, some people might say this is too much. Okay, now you can not do too much of it. It's good to explore, even when you get some people who give you, a certain comment on your playing. Sure, okay, thank you for your comment. Let's try to explore what you think would sound better. And that will only make you a better musician. Some musicians stick to their ideas and voila, that's it. Okay, that's cool, it's fine. But when you were younger, when that musician who sticks to his own ideas and absolutely listens to no one, was influenced by his or her teachers and tried so many different ways, and until they arrived to a point where now they can, they think they have a fairly kind of comfortable view on phrasing, and they can apply it as they want, as they please, and it's working obviously in their career and so on and so forth. So it really, we all have different views on how to phrase. So now talking about this study number 3. So playing it absolutely straight is not like also again not something that is absolutely forbidden. There's no kind of musicality police out there. It's just, what can you do to make it sound interesting, different, more comfortable to you? These techniques, expressive techniques, well, some people say it's harder to play that way, but some people say it's easier to play that way, and I agree with the latter, because it does provide some breathing room, some space for you to really be the music. Because I feel the more you are involved with every note, really the less mistakes you'll make, the less memory slips you'll have, definitely, and the more enjoyable your performing experience will be, because you are the music. So the more detailed the score, your notes on the score, the better. Even with the color codes or whatever makes you kind of whatever inspires you or helps you remember your musical ideas, use it and fill the page. It's fine. I mean, if it does not cover the notes and make you not see the notation, it is really a great tool to be involved in music expressively throughout, beginning to end. It's almost like, as I remember once great guitarist Manuel Barroeco, he said, it's like you just kind of go into the music and you wake up in the end. It is exactly like that. I mean, it should be like that if we are able to do so. It will be a fantastic journey for the musician and the audience. So this is it for study number 3.